the white head of the party, A.E. Bunting, went to Russia with a delegate, all white. Stalin took him to task. Stalin wouldn't even shake his hand. How are we going to unify? How are we going to have a great party in South Africa? You haven't even got a single African delegate. The next time he went to Russia, he took Champion. Tall Zulu, 6'7", I mean, just a magnificent statue of a man. He only died about 7 years ago. He was 97. Another Zulu taken with South African acceptance, taken with his acceptance by the Boers, went to the University of Witwatersrand. And because this is a British-run Boer university, you have to understand one thing about the Boers that I should have said earlier. They are Calvinists. And the Calvinist creed is that they are designated by God to look over all lesser breeds. And they don't feel guilty about what they're doing in South Africa because they assume that the African is of lesser breed. Now you would wonder, why would anybody belong to the Dutch Reformed Church? And yet you got blacks in the Dutch Reformed Church. You got blacks fighting to join the Mormon Church, and they say we don't have souls, we can't be priests, we can't be anything. Why do we have to belong to? Well, anyway, that's another lecture. Champion continued his course of nationalism. Many times when this course did not go well later on, some Zulus became conservative, and some of them are conservative to this day. But the Zulus continued their fight on a different plane. When Mahatma Gandhi was in South Africa, he started a fight to unify everybody except the blacks. United Nations League, Natives League, United Colors League. If King understood Mahatma Gandhi, King would have never said he's a follower of Mahatma Gandhi. That's still another lecture. The Zulu War of 1906 was the last of the wars. This war, the war against the whites, had started with the Coast-Jones Sand people, later called Hottentots and Bushmen. They fought 11 wars against the Boers, called Kaffa Wars. Gave a splendid account of themselves. One group was almost destroyed, but they did give a good account of themselves. This before the Zulu Wars. The Zulu Wars of consolidation, then the Zulu Wars of resistance. Clarke was fighting the Zulu Wars of consolidation, trying to bring all Africans together to save them from the domination of the whites. Dingaan started the Zulu Wars of resistance. You must be very clear on these wars. And as a result of the Zulu Wars of resistance, the British tightened things in South Africa. All right, after 1906, the stringent laws, the beginning of past laws, were so hard on people in South Africa. The trade union movement, the white trade union movement in South Africa began to bar Africans, still do. Now the Africans had to take on a new organizational structure. the great Zulu John L. Dubé, the grand uncle of the Ernest Fred Dubé, who's having the problem at Stony Brook. At Westwater Strand